everybody. Welcome back to the Take 5 Challenge. And I say welcome back because I'm assuming you're watching every episode, every minute of the day. I am Henry Perez Alonso. This is the Take 5 Challenge. It is my opportunity to show and share with you folks what I learned, what a Take 5 looks like, right? So about in 2018, I challenged the California Parks and Recreation Society's membership to take 5 minutes a month to intentionally connect with another professional because I truly believe that we are better together, and if we're connected, we can only get sharper, right? So iron sharpens iron. We get stronger, we get better by taking time to connect with each other. It's that simple. First off, I'd like to thank the CPRS Push to Play Network. I also want to do a little shout out for the DPRS Media Network, who is providing us with some super cool stuff, like the stuff that's a technical term for equipment, as we record a couple of these shows right here at conference. So it is conference week. So these are conference edition shows, which you'll be seeing right now. I'm really excited to chat with my next guest. Sarah Reid's coming up here. Known her for quite a bit of time, served on the state board with her, but I'm really excited just to have a chat and see what kind of comes of this chat as we take 5 to really try and sharpen each other. So when I come back, I'll be back with Sarah. And welcome back to the Take 5 Challenge. I am here with Miss Sarah Reid. So, Sarah, how you doing?
Henry, I'm great. How are you?
Well, super pumped. I'm excited just to have you here hanging out with me. So that's a good thing. I don't get to see you often because apparently you live somewhere in the middle of the state, or as we like to call it, the Middle Kingdom. So for those folks that are watching, why don't you let them know who you are and where do you work?
Yes, so I work for the city of Reedley. We are located southeast of Fresno, right in the heart of California.
So right there, smack that is the heart?
Yes, the heart.
So the beating heart is really in Central California, in case you weren't wondering. For those of you in Northern California and Southern California, sorry, but you're not the heart. So I love that, and I'm so appreciative of here. So just out of curiosity, and I totally off topic, but really I need to know. So Reedley is the location. What is Reedley famous for?
We are the fruit basket of the world. So if you drove through Reedley right now, you will see beautiful color with tons of blossoms, but that is our city. It's a fruit basket.
So, and little known fact, I believe, if I got this correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the day, there was a movie that was a portion of a movie that was filmed in Reedley. Was that, am I right?
Do I got this?
Right. You know what I'm talking about?
You watched Roadhouse.
So Roadhouse, yes, with Patrick Swayze, where he, one of those good fun movies.
Yes.
But Reedley was it the outdoor? I remember it was like one of the things was the actual clock or something, right?
Yes, and then I believe they did some of the footage down in our river park. So if you didn't know that, there is a beach in Reedley. It is one of our public parks, but we have the Kings River that runs through us.
So excellent. Now we know that for those of you that are out there, so middle of California, Reedley, the heart, and Roadhouse and fruit basket. The fruit basket of the world? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, we are the fruit basket of the world.
So tell me, so you're at Reedley. How long have you been with Reedley?
23 years now. Yeah.
Wow.
Gosh, it seems like a blink of an eye. But I started there as one of my first real back in a city municipality full-time positions with Reedley, and been there ever since.
So what did you start as?
Their recreation supervisor.
Okay.
So the benefit of being in a smaller town, we're 25,000. At the time they hired me, of course, it was less than that, but you get your hands in everything. And so I loved it because I would joke at that time that right when one of the programs was starting to push my threshold, or I was getting tired, or you have challenges, boom, we were into the next season and doing something else.
But that is so true about our profession, right? It's not, it changes, even though it's cyclical, right? Like we know every, January, we're really working on summer, every, winter we're working on, whatever comes next. And that just sounded weird, but that's okay. But you know what I mean? It's cyclical, but yet there's change that's a coming every season.
Yep.
And we're able to kind of pour in there and kind of get reinvigorated, I think, by that change. And I love the fact that you pointed that out. I think that's something that's really important for other professionals to catch, right?
Yes.
Especially when they're like tired at this moment, like, hey, this season will
end.
It will end. And then what comes next is great.
Yeah.
So your current position in Reedley is?
I'm their community services director. Ooh. And then I love to share this / airport manager.
Whoa.
So when that Hail Mary is thrown to your department and you think, why am I getting this? It's because you're community services and they know you can handle it. So I also serve as the airport manager in Reedley.
Wow. Do they give you wings?
No, I'm learning a lot about the different wings. But no, they don't give me wings.
So let's talk about that right now. So you like how things change,
Yes.
to kind of reinvigorate you. But when you first heard airport, tell me, how did that come about?
Well, it came about when I became the director, because before I became the director, I had my hands in all parts of community services. And the airport was one that was just at a distance, right? It's a very specialty thing. You deal with the FAA.
Yeah.
You think that things are tight and stuffy. Yes, you deal with that branch of federal government. But so when I became the director, that was one part of the role that I just didn't know anything about, right? And so the anxiety of thinking, oh my gosh, now I got to step in with people that almost talk a different language, because there's so many acronyms, there's so many different things that I just didn't know, right? But I approached it, and this is what taught me that you can manage anything because you approach it the same way, right? You surround yourself with great people, you start to grow your network. So now I have a smaller network of airport managers that I can lean on, and then of course you have consultants that make sure you're doing things right. And so that was one of those growth moments for me, that wow, I can really manage anything.
Right. I think that's fantastic. I think that's the whole key, right? That's the transferable skills. That's the thing that we try and talk about to our staff and to young professionals, and really understanding that not getting stuck in one place, or not letting yourself get stuck in one place. Because I think if you have a good leader, they're always going to be looking out for you and going, okay, what's your next thing, right? Maybe it's an airport, but you'll never know. But you have to have all these skills ahead of time that are going to allow you to really pivot. Right. Pivot and make that thing happen. I think that's kind of exciting. I did not realize that you had this whole airport thing in you. And any perks that come from the airport?
Besides just learning and growing, I think that's one of the things that's kept me excited about the profession, right? You got to have these things that you just look forward to, that challenge you. At least that's my personality. And so the airport, I look at it as a beautiful big park. I'm managing that with aircrafts flying around. I love the relationships I've built. I love feeling like the dumbest person at the table sometimes. And now when I talk in these meetings, I'm like, man, I do know what I'm talking about. And so just that, pride that the speaker that we just saw talked about, you have those pride moments, and it's like, wow, I'm okay. I'm doing this.
You're doing good. You're doing really good. And I think that is a good lesson for all of us. Right. And there are definitely things that I'm like, yeah, I know we're community services, but I don't know I want to do that. So, but I'd love to see our professionals like, yes, this one's a new one for me. Airports, I've seen cemeteries, libraries, all that stuff. It's kind of more common, but having someone that manages an airport, I'm going to go brag on you.
Yes.
Like for days right now. Cause I'm like, do you know that I know someone who manages an airport?
And I expect you to come, and I'll show you my airport.
Let's just fly on in. Is that what it is? So
yes, you can.
So anyone that wants to go to the heart of the fruit basket, that you got to fly on in there.
Fly into Reedley.
And I love the fact that you look at it as a park, your little own air park. And I think that that's important for us folks when we are getting something new, to potentially look at it as something familiar versus not. And then I love the fact that you really strive to be okay with being not the smartest one in the room at the moment. I'm not being smart. It's like the one who has less knowledge on this particular topic. Right. Correct. So, and I think that that's something that also our friends and family in the Parks and Rec world really need to kind of grasp and get a hold of. And I like that you're doing that. How do you actually share that same, how much staff do you have? I know you're in a small city. So do you have a big staff, small staff?
So I have 11 full-time staff, but what makes us the biggest workforce in the city is our seasonal and part-time staff. So we have at any time 100 and 150 of the seasonal, depending on where we're at and what time of year.
So how do you, the director and the airport controller, how do you share that kind of knowledge, or how are you able to share with your staff that, hey, you can take on anything and it's okay to not know everything right now? Is there something that you do? Is it just is it the Sarah-ness of it all?
Well, one, I'm learning that my staff needs to hear from me a little bit more.
Right.
I used to really put an emphasis on bringing people in to train our staff, because I feel like, gosh, they hear from me all the time. Now I'm looking at that with a different lens. They need to hear from me,
Right.
especially as I have newer professionals coming into our department and stuff, really being the one that sets the stage, the expectation. When staff comes to me and says, Sarah, I've never done that. Great. Let's figure it out. And I found that problem solving is really a skill, and a skill you have to be able to approach these different challenges that come. So training staff, setting the tone, being there to support, intervening when I need to, and back off when I need to. That was hard at first as a director because I had done all these things. I knew it. It was easy for me to just say, do this, do this. Now it's like, well, what would you do? Right? Because I'm not doing anybody any favors without allowing them to make mistakes, without allowing them to figure it out. Programs look different, and that's fine because they're doing it, right? And they take a lot of pride in growing something and changing it and making it their own.
It's kind of the power in holding it lightly, right? They like if you look at it, if you got your hands, you hold something so tight, it's just going to squeeze through your fingers. But as part of leadership and leading a group like that, you really do have to kind of do it open-handed and just say, okay, you know, I got to trust in what I'm throwing down so that they can pick it up and kind of go that route. And I think that is key. And I love knowing and seeing and hearing that is something that you do as well. And it's kind of like, cool, I'm on the right track if I'm doing what Sarah's doing. So I think that's a good thing to do. And that's how we all know we're doing well. Yes. And we're doing better together and all that stuff. And I really like that. Do you feel, I mean, I think that's a good size staff. I know the part-time folks, that's big, but my former agency, I was a smaller staff. I had about 15 at the time, but knowing that staff are you giving all of them those opportunities to be and learn like you?
I try to. I tell people, if there's something you want to learn, find a training for it. Tell me you want to do it. If there's something that you're interested in, just set the seed with me. So I know, because these opportunities come up all the time. I found with as long as I've been in community services, if the city needs something and it doesn't fit within a department, it comes to community services. So I'm going to share this because I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Yeah. We have a new community development director, not new now, but new then. And so as I would do different projects with him, he said one time, Sarah, I'm not quite sure what you do. I feel like you're that restaurant where you walk in and you can get hamburgers, tacos, Chinese food. He goes, wow, every day I'm just thinking, what does she do? And I love that because one day I'll be I have facility maintenance as well. Yeah. So I'll be dealing with a building situation, and then I'm outside watching a sports league, and then I'm at the airport talking about capital improvements, and I'm in front of the council asking for something. I'm just wrapping up mural projects. There's just so much I get to do that I feel fortunate every day that it just keeps changing and challenging me. And I want to give my staff the opportunity to get their hands in all that as well. Right.
I think that is amazing. And I love that. And I love the fact that someone actually asked you that, because I think that's key, right? Like not too many times do our counterparts, our other directors in, leadership of the city will actually go, what do you guys actually do?
What are you doing over there?
But I love that. I love the food court of it all.
Right.
So that is us. It's the food court of how we do this and how we kind of survive through providing meals to everyone. So in the way that we do it. So I think that's really cool. So what would you, from your vast experience in this profession, what kind of advice, and this is like in my little conference shows right now, I'm kind of a lot of times thinking about the younger staff, as you see the younger professionals, you see the students in here. What kind of advice would you give from where you sit today to one of our newer professionals? Is there some piece that you really want them to kind of, I don't know, chew on or learn?
Can I give 2?
You can give 7.
All right. So I'm gonna do it 2. So first off is problem solving. Problem solve. Yeah. Right? If you feel like you've hit a wall, you're not asking the right questions, you're not going the right direction, come to the supervisors, the directors with answers, not with just challenges and, oh, we're not going to do this because this didn't work. Well, what about this? So really work on problem solving abilities and your ability to look at things differently to figure it out. Right? My second word of advice is say yes. I remember when we had a change in administration, we had a surplus of items for the city, and I was asked to coordinate amongst all the departments and to get rid of stuff, to put them in, what can we auction, what can we see? And I'm thinking, why are they asking me to do this? Right? So fast forward a couple years, I was asked because I knew all the departments, they knew I would get it done, and I would just make decisions, right? And so it's those moments where you show, and today that reputation still follows me. I feel like if people ask me to do it, they know I'm going to get it done, right? And I'm going to get it done to the best of my ability, and they're not going to have to worry about it. So really say yes and figure out problem solving.
I love that. I love both of those, and specifically the problem solving. I think in this world right now, you gotta ask some questions. And I love how you said, ask the right questions. If you're not getting it all, you're not asking the right questions. And I think that there is a part of the younger gen right now that may go, just fix it for me. And in this course, I think both you and I are like-minded in the sense of, no, I want you to tell me what you think first. I want you to kind of think it through. And I think that's really important and very appreciative of other folks out there. Again, I'm telling you, man, hearing you right now, I feel like I'm on the right track, and the leadership track is doing really well. So
I love those moments where I hear things. I'm like, yeah, I am doing it right. Yeah. Because even as long as I've been in this biz, and you too, Henry, we do have a little doubt at times, right? Because we're put in roles, but we've just got to make decisions. And sometimes we learn from those decisions, we do them different, or it's like, yeah, I made the right decisions, but we make the decisions, right? 100%. And you keep going. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Hey, so I got to ask as we kind of wrap up too, then I asked this to others, and because it's the Take 5 challenge and all, can I count on you to take 5 with another professional? 100%. Will you accept that challenge?
Yes.
All right. I love that. So I just want to make sure, I have to ask that to every guest, because I wouldn't be me if I didn't. So I do appreciate the fact that you came on, hang out with me, just have a little conversation. As again, this is just two professionals having a conversation.
Yep. And I was honored you asked me. When you said it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm at that point in my career. Henry asked me to
No. It's like, I am honored to have you. That's funny. So no, I'm honored to have you on the show, and I just want to thank you. So where can people get a hold of you if they want to, touch base with Sarah?
Well, if you don't fly into Reedley, you can definitely find me. Of course, I'm on the city website. I'm easy to connect with. I'm involved with CPRS. Henry can give you my number.
There you go.
But I always joke that I have lots of opinions. I'm willing to share them, and just love taking time with other professionals, because I just love this career. I love this job, and I've been fortunate enough to do it.
So. I love it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me again. I appreciate that, and hope to have you back.
Thank you, Henry.
So for that, thank you so much. All right,
bye.
See you. All right, I didn't even do an outro, but that's okay. I'm just going to coming back with my thoughts here with chatting with Sarah. First off, she's got an airport. I mean, that's so cool to have that opportunity to do that, and really more importantly for us to learn that transferable skills are a thing. The things that we learn in our profession, we can use and serve others in a different capacity. And I love the whole, what we do in our profession is very much like a food court. We've got food for everyone, and we've got different styles of food for everyone. And they definitely have that in Reedley with Sarah, and just being able to have Herbie at the helm for them. What a cool experience for her to have so much different experiences, and saying yes to the new season and letting the new season refresh you at the same time as kind of making sure that that's what's going to be happening for her staff and letting them grow. So fortunate to be able to kind of have that and have her here chatting with me. But again, something to leave off with for me, again, it is, I got a cool food court, and yes, I too one day can have my own airport, and that's you as well. It's like, what is your airport? Look at that, look at it as an opportunity, look at it as to learn. So we always have to challenge ourselves to continue to learn. And that's what I love about these Take 5s and connecting with other professionals, because I get something. And I really do hope for those of you that are watching, you get something too. That's what it's all about. The Take 5 challenge is about us as professionals intentionally connecting with one another. I do want to thank Push to Play Network from CPRS for hosting the show, and also for DPRS Media Network for the cool equipment that they're allowing us to use to record these shows during conference week, because this is conference week, ladies and gentlemen, and we are just enjoying connecting and learning and really kind of diving into making ourselves as professionals better. So if you need to get a hold of me, Take 5, you can reach me through Instagram at the Take 5 Challenge. So take the number 5_challenge. Shoot me a message. Let me know who you are, what you're about, what you want to hear about, or even if you'd love to be on the show. I'd love to get that for you. But until next time, my friends, that is Take 5. Go out and intentionally connect with someone. But we'll see you soon. Thanks.
At DPRS Media Co., we tell the stories shaping parks and recreation across America. Through podcasts, live streams, videos, and newsletters, we reach frontline leaders, city directors, and decision makers every single week. From youth sports and facilities to programming and policy, our audience is your audience. Sponsoring or partnering with DPRS Media Co. puts your brand in front of the professionals who build, budget, and buy for their communities. Launching a new product, growing your presence in public spaces, targeting cities, counties, or departments, DPRS is your trusted media partner. Whether you're in software, turf, aquatics, robotics, smart cities, or special events, partnering with DPRS puts your brand in the story. With commercials, interviews, social campaigns, newsletters, and live shows, we're your media team. Partner with us and grow your impact in the $200 billion Parks and Rec industry. DPRS Media Co. Stories that move Parks and Rec forward. Your audience is here. Let's meet them.